Hello and welcome back to Zekism. Running Man, where Edgar Wright directed The Running Man, starring Glenn Powell. The trailer got released today. You can see the dodgy blurry screen on me because I've paused it. Screenshot on screen of Glenn Powell in The Running Man remake of the 80s film starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. I anticipate this being a very different film with Edgar Wright at the helm. I've seen the trailer, so I'm not going to sort of play the trailer because I've got dinged before by various studios for playing it, even though I'm a small channel, which is probably why they do it. But yeah, I think this looks a lot of fun. Edgar Wright, for me, is one of those filmmakers who makes me stand up and take notice of what he's doing. He's got a very distinctive style. I'm not just saying this, I am a fan of him from back in the day. I was a Spaced fan. I was a Shaun of the Dead fan. Hot Fuzz is still maybe one of my favourite comedies. I think that's the funniest one of the trilogy, in my opinion. And Baby Driver, he's just a very unique. And he wrote Ant-Man. He did the main writer on Ant-Man. And certainly some of the stuff they could put their hat on and say was funny and humorous. You know, you don't get Thomas the Tank Engine, in my opinion, in that film without Edgar Wright. So yeah, I think it's weird that didn't work out on Marvel, but I think clearly there was a distinctive tone he would have wanted because he's a very unique filmmaker. Now, when this trailer started, we'll go through it now, I guess. I thought, this doesn't look very Edgar Wright, or this doesn't feel very Edgar Wright, but I think obviously because it was starting. Once it got to the halfway point, I saw the Edgar Wright and I thought, oh, okay, here we are. So Glenn Powell, who from Top Gun Maverick is predominantly where I know him from. I think this is definitely going to be his breakout role. If he hasn't already broken out, I think he's definitely sort of a name that that guy from Top Gun Maverick is now, is Glenn Powell. So I think he's breaking out in a big way. The Running Man, written by Stephen King, originally, about sort of, set in the future. It's very sort of Hunger Games-esque, I guess, in terms of, the future, dystopian sort of future, and there's a TV show that basically allows competition to change your life, revolutionize your life. Dolman Domingo, I think I've got that name right. Coleman Domingo? Coleman Domingo is the TV host. And we've got Josh Brolin in there as well, as sort of, the Overlord character. It's been a very long time since I've seen The Running Man, the Arnie one. But this looks like a very glossy, up-to-date version. You can see Coleman Domingo there. I think I've got that right. Why am I confusing myself with that name? But yeah. Here's the TV trials. Here's him fighting. There he is. There you go, playing the TV host. And yeah, I mean, this looks like a bunch of fun. Looks like everyone involved is having a good time. It does have the Edgar Wright style in terms of the action sequences and the editing, which is the things we most know him for, as well as humor. And you can see all that. I'm not just cutting in on shots of Glenn Powell's a bum there, but yeah, I mean, it looks like a bunch of fun, and I really wasn't, not that I wasn't looking forward to it because Edgar Wright's involved, and I was like, okay, I'll give that a watch, definitely. But now I've seen the trailer, I'm much more excited. I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a real good fun time at the moment, and I've seen a bunch of commentators online saying the same thing, going, this looks fun. So I don't really want to ape off those comments, but it does look like a bunch of fun, which most Edgar Wright things are. Here he is hiding in plain sight, in disguise. The action looks great. It was William H. Macy. I no idea what character he's playing, and I haven't read the book, so I can't speak from a position of authority and going, it needs to be faithful to the book, because I haven't read the book. I've only seen the original, and it was a long time ago. But yeah, this looks great. This looks really a lot of fun. Is Michael Cera here, who they know from Scott Pilgrim, of course, another Edgar Wright classic. I love that film, adore that film. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim's brilliant. Lots of great action, lots of funny sort of set piece and humour. I know this was filmed in England as well. So I can see that. I can see the sort of English streets. It was right at the beginning. I saw the buildings, and I thought, yep, that was filmed in London. You can tell the sort of aesthetic of the building there. I'm sure I've worked in an office block near there. I can recognise that sort of curved paneling. So yeah, I can see the London decor in the trailer for sure. Anyway, that's me going off on a tangent. Yeah, this action scene looks great, where he was running through the corridor. It's all one shot. I'll play a little bit of it. So the camera, because they're filming him, and then he goes into the corridor, runs down it, and it's all one shot. Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, it looks really great. And then he jumps out the building. And there's a funny bit with the grenade in the lift. Explosion. This looks like a barrel of, and then he sort of does a sign-off message to the camera. Yeah. See, again, this was why it's his breakout role. I can see his name is going to be on everyone's lips going forward. Michael Cera electrocuting a bunch of soldiers with with a water pistol on the floor. Yeah, looks great. Looks really fun. I'm looking forward to it. Trust anything Edgar Wright does. I'd always give it a go. Last Night in Soho I thought was fine. It wasn't my cup of tea, and it was sort of him doing something a bit different, I think. But here's him back to sort of Baby Driver and Scott Pilgrim mode. Yeah, looking forward to it. It'd be interesting to see what it is. Have you seen the trailer? If not, I recommend you go and see it. Sorry I can't play it on the channel, but I've been dinged twice last month. So yeah, it's not happening. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. Please leave me a like and subscribe if you could. That always helps my channel to grow. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.